What's up, guys? It's your boy George the Weatherman. Welcome back to another video. And today, I did last video for the first time yesterday. Did my first video, and we thought Erick's expecting this to be a Category 3 major hurricane. And now, for the hopes and dreams. Just joking. I'm not want to be too stupid, but as you know, we are expecting to see. Hold up, hold up, hold up. We are expecting to intensify to a Category 3 major hurricane, Erick, making landfall at the same spot. What a surprise. And earlier today, this morning, it had turned to be a Category 1 hurricane. And it's pretty intense. Look at the convection over here with my mouse cursor. But man, that could be a lot of rain and wind filled. Not gonna lie, but we're gonna check it out. I'm gonna check out this other map. Look at that. This is like over probably 100 miles across. This wide, I think. All right, we're just gonna check out the other tropics in the Central America right here. There's nothing really, just some convection in the Yucatan and Campeche or something. There's your Yucatan. There's your which one it is. I'm trying to learn, ladies and gentlemen. But so we got some couple of showers and storms in the Caribbean by the islands, Guatemala and the Dominican and stuff. But there's some showers in Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico is a bit aware for some rain and storms. But we do have some convection in the eastern Caribbean, and I don't think nothing's going to turn anything, just some thunderstorms, but always. But as we know, we still expect to see a major hurricane making landfall. As I said, it would intensify once it makes landfall, and I knew this would be a surprise. So it'll be a Category 3, 6 a.m. Thursday tomorrow. There is some convection around the Yucatan and Campeche, and I'm not sure it's going to turn anything, so it could be just a tropical depression or a weak tropical storm. So anyways, we do have some hot temperatures still. If anything develops in Yucatan, and could be just a weak tropical storm or maybe a strong tropical storm, anything for us. But we do have no area monitored on that, so we gotta watch that. Or it could be just partially from Erick, but if it's like sharing storms, But as we know, we do have some strong heat potential. Just to let you guys know, this is not just any sea surface temperatures. Anything that goes through this, it could be a strong tropical storm, as I could think just now. But anyways, we do have some rain in home Florida. There's not much rain. We're seeing about almost not even close to an inch, maybe close to an inch. Port St. Joe's, probably some thunderstorms already. As for the Saharan dust, there is some dust around the islands of Puerto Rico, Dominican, Jamaica, and Cuba. Problem is, with that is scientists discovered in America that it can cause some really big allergies and stuff. We got some mild minors of a couple area of Texas and Houston, and couple in Missouri, which is kind of strange, but this is actually the reason it's called African dust, because it's really coming after Africa, because it's most like a deserted desert, but it's still spitting out some. So this is our 7-day rainfall. Okay, this was the GFS. So the European model says we're looking for close to an inch, probably a few more point inches. Probably a couple dots of about an inch or something, almost to an inch in Port Centros. Not really much, but as we know, really what the most important thing is going on, we have a lot of moisture environment in an favorable environment, as we have for Erick with the dark blues and stuff, and some in the Campeche and the Yucatan. There is a lot of moist, so if that's partially the storm that's kind of spitting out in the other side of America, it could form something. But I'll say it again, there's no area monitors, so it's probably just thunderstorms or something. And we got most of the eastern and mid Atlantic, we got some very dry spots over here in Texas as you look. As you know, it is a Cat 1 Hurricane Erick, as you know, and this is a really strengthening. It's a little slow, but it's kind of really close. It's probably about maybe 90, 80, 100 miles, probably a couple of 100 miles from shoreline, and it will intensify to a major hurricane. And we know it's going to be plot type, still water vapor. See, there's a lot of convection in the outer walls and the outer bands. You know, the inner band it's kind of a bit weak, I could say, because it's just expanding or something like that. Like, here we go. See, there's some thunderstorms, as you know, we're looking for. Hold on, let me choose a region. Western Atlantic. So the Western Atlantic, there is some convection in the south of Campeche, and there is some thunderstorms rising, which is, you're looking at the time, it is, hold up, it's supposed to be 12 o'clock in the afternoon or 1 o'clock or something, but isn't it, we do have some convection in the eastern of the Caribbean, in the Marine Islands, but there, it is going eastward, so there's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and possibly 4 and 5. But there's no, I'm not saying there's no air monitor, but there is a lot of convection. See, we're gonna have some wind and rain. Even this in Florida. I'm gonna go to Florida, Gulf of Mexico. So there is some storm cloud popping in Florida, as you know. The heat is already rising, and there's a lot of moist, so there will be storms popping up, as you know. But we're gonna check we're gonna check the forecast and see what we have here. We're going into H Worth real quick. It is, which shows the 18th. Let's see. Wait. So it's the 18th. 18th, 5 a.m. H Worth 060. It is showing at 999. Whoa, I'm sorry. 990 millibar. We're seeing some kind of decreasing. So we're looking here from. So we're looking landfall at tomorrow morning. And it's showing a weak Cat 2, even possible. But it's because there's a, take the last run right here. We're saying probably a Cat 1 hurricane still making landfall. H1, I did a video last time. Yeah, it's just taken through as a low cat, maybe a high category 1 or a weak low category 2 or something like that, but it is showing, oh, okay, we're seeing a 965 millibar possible major hurricane, which we're seeing a forecast that will be a category 3 hurricane, major hurricane right here. So we're looking at, okay, let's just continue for Havze now. Okay, this is a new run, so it's coming up. So here we go. Like I said, we're still seeing some really weak, maybe some strengthening for making landfall. Making landfall as a 974 millibar into the Mexico, not southwestern Mexico. You know, I'm going to say the twin. Okay, there is 4 run models right here. So right here, it's about an hour ago. Today is the 18th of June. We're seeing it's taking 976 millibar. Taking is a 976 millibar, which is way lower than H-Mon. Oh, about 6. Yeah, look, I mean, like, was it Hasby? Yeah, Hasby has about 10 to 20 millibar drop for identification. So we're gonna see what it is. 76, 76, 73, 75. So there is some bobbling between the millibar drops and highs. Let's go to 6Z and see. Okay, we are looking at a 970 millibar heading Mexico. This model is a Hasby and it's start weakening. Say it's 8 a.m. tomorrow. 11 a.m. It is weakened really quickly to a tropical storm, to winds like a strong mid-tropical storm, and there'll be some convection, or it maybe come back in the south again. It could be just some thunderstorms. Yeah, we're looking for probably a little tropical storm forming again. So that's kind of make no sense. But highs today we are looking at highs 95 in Orlando and 87 Miami, which is this is like a 8-9 degree difference. Phoenix, we know this is a really hot area because like between the state line of California and Arizona, which is the Death Valley, 112 in Phoenix highs today. Las Vegas, 110. Poor people, but stay safe, be hydrated. Highs today in Seattle, 70 degrees. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm not wrong, but Washington, 90. Yeah, we're expecting to see northeastern, some high extreme heat dome already. So, okay, so lows tonight we have is 51. Portland, 49 in June. That's a cold temperature, man. That is compared to where we see in February and March, which they get lower temperatures than us. 83 Las Vegas and Phoenix. Oh, poor people already. I don't think there is people living there as much. But guys, Thursday. Okay, whatever this is, that's probably our. Okay, so 110. Wait a minute. 110 highs today, and Thursday's highs tomorrow is 110. So we got 115 Phoenix, which is extremely, really humid and hot, man. Fargo, 86. Rapid City, 96. Salt Lake City, 102, which is kind of crazy. Boston, 96. Golly, dude. I'm looking something 90s, which is possible. 99 in Albuquerque. I pronounce it, but so back towards severe thunderstorms, we got enhanced risk for westward of Ohio, the whole state of Indiana, Indianapolis. Wait, that's Indianapolis, I think. St. Louis might get some storms, some gusty winds, hail possible likely. Here you go. You got St. Louis. Looks like eastern of Missouri and mid-eastern of Missouri, all the way to south of Michigan. Since we got some increasing heat dome potential, we could see a slight risk of severe thunderstorms on New York. Oh wow! So we got from North Carolina all the way to Maine. So be on the lookout. It could be being on a area on enhanced risk, somewhere in the eastern of the New England for enhanced risk. So be on the lookout. We got some marginal risk for Montana and the actually northeasterns of the states of South and North Dakota. So be on the lookout. It might be possible a slight risk with severe thunderstorms, and we're gonna look for Friday. Friday is actually what I actually was gonna say. There is gonna be some third severe weather, slight risk of third severe thunderstorm, possible a tornado, impossible. But Montana last couple days had a tornado warning, so be on the lookout in the north. You also Minneapolis. I think you're one of the random towns, I guess I could say. Be on the lookout for some gusty winds and hail. So in the mid Central America, this is like a split or somehow gonna be pretty interesting because there's still gonna be some hot temperatures, possibly and likely in Florida, which we all live. Just be on the lookout for just some thunderstorms. There really would be possibly likely some lightning around here, so stay safe. Get your kids out of the pool, and that's probably it. But Portland, we do see some general thunder already, so didn't see that one though. Atlanta, it's gonna be really hot. Wednesday, today and tomorrow would be a lot of thunderstorms. So rest of the week, y'all are pretty good. You can just have a good time. Go to California, baby. So y'all are getting some fog, I see. So just be safe. Could be some patches of some thick fog, just so y'all know. There's no rain for y'all, because pretty mazed. Just some casual temperatures that's normally supposed to be. Just because the mountains, that's mostly caused by low temperatures. But St. Louis is against 50%, which where the severe weather is. So 87 is kind of crazy. So low is 68. So that's probably it for y'all. So I hope y'all are doing okay and have the rest of your day. We're gonna look at GFS real quick of tropical weather again. Yes, 968 before landfall for major hurricane Erick. So we're gonna look for. I'm going through this. We're gonna do one more thing for y'all. Check out. Looks like 12Z is actually loading pretty fast. So we got Erick here. Okay, so we got a possible system. It could be a tropical depression, but I know this will be a strong system too. From June 27th all the way to almost July, a few days for July. There is some wind. There's a couple of wind and rain, as I think I expected. So we're looking at possibly locally 12Z. We see Hurricane Erick making landfall, and where's there? See, I looked up earlier in that chat, but sorry for chat monitoring, but. So we do have a system in a high pressure area, so it's probably pushing something around the Carolinas. So be on the lookout for that one, because it could be it'll be a tropical storm somehow or somewhere out in the Carolina lines. But as you know, that's probably it. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell when I upload a new video. So love you guys. See you next time. Peace.